Every day, thousands of tourists come here. But some are delighted, while others are convinced they wasted their money. So is it worth going to this hotel? Let's find out. Welcome to Catalonia Royal La Romana. Catalonia Royal La Romana Adults Only is a hotel in the Dominican Republic that impressed me from the very first moments with its tropical atmosphere, stunning nature, and amazing beach. Its well-kept grounds with neat paths, palm trees, flowers, and direct access to the beach create the feeling that you've arrived in a real paradise. The turquoise sea, soft sand, and breathtaking views make the days here truly unforgettable. In the evenings, guests are welcomed with stylish shows, live music, and a pleasant atmosphere that makes the stay feel rich and diverse. In the hotel's restaurants, you can try cuisines from different countries, although not everything turned out perfect. If you're looking for a place that combines a beautiful beach, a peaceful area, and an adults-only atmosphere, Catalonia Royal La Romana will definitely attract your attention. The hotel rating on Google is 4.8, on Booking.com 8.7, and on TripAdvisor 4.5. However, even such a popular hotel has its drawbacks that can significantly influence your decision. Let's take a closer look at all the pros and cons so that you can make the right choice. But before we begin, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and support this video with likes and comments. Thank you. The beach at Catalonia Royal La Romana looks like the place you dream of spending your best vacation. Everything around looked luxurious and perfect, from cleanliness and attention to detail to the fresh towels replaced every day. The beach is stunning. Soft, light sand, well-maintained grounds, and a turquoise sea that looks absolutely magical. It's especially nice that there are almost no seaweed here, even during the season when they are usually abundant and the water remains crystal clear. The tropical garden behind you creates the feeling of a paradise garden, and this view is truly luxurious. However, there are also drawbacks. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi on the beach is very slow and almost unusable. It also annoyed me that some sunbeds had towels lying on them all day, while the people themselves were nowhere to be seen. Another nuance is that some beach amenities and entertainment are shared with the neighboring hotel, which is full of children and doesn't quite match the adults-only concept. The life jackets on the beach look like they haven't been updated in years and really need replacing. I also didn't like the beach bars much because, although the staff is friendly, the cocktails are made very poorly. This becomes especially noticeable when you want a refreshing drink in the hot weather. But despite these small issues, the beach itself remains one of the most beautiful I've ever visited. And now, let's explore the hotel grounds. Stay with me, and I will tell you about all the pros and cons. The grounds of Catalonia Royal La Romana are very well maintained and thoughtfully designed. Everything looks neat here, from the walkways to the green corners that create a feeling of peace. It's especially nice that the grounds are located right by the beach, and you can feel the sea breeze from any point in the hotel. The pools are always clean and well maintained, the water is clear, and the areas around them look attractive and comfortable for relaxation. The place itself is truly excellent, and it's easy to relax here and feel far from the hustle and bustle. However, the gym turned out to be very small and inconvenient, and working out there wasn't as pleasant as I hoped. What disappointed me even more was that guests are allowed to smoke almost everywhere, which is frustrating. But if you ignore these drawbacks, the grounds remain beautiful and very suitable for a calm and pleasant vacation. And what about the food, you may ask? Indeed, the cuisine at the hotel can both enhance your impression of the stay and, on the contrary, ruin your desire to remain in the hotel. So let's talk about the food. I expected the food to be one of the main advantages, but unfortunately, my impressions turned out to be quite mixed. I really liked the breakfast. It was plentiful, tasty, fresh, and had everything, from healthy options to excellent desserts. The choice of restaurants seems diverse: Asian, Italian, Mediterranean, and international cuisine. But in reality, the variety of dishes is quite limited. In some restaurants, such as Toscana, both the food and the service left much to be desired. The low quality of drinks and the strange situation with missing dishes that were listed on the menu were especially disappointing. The meat was often tough or burnt, and the Asian and Peruvian restaurants served dishes of noticeably low quality. The most unpleasant moment was that my wife and I got food poisoning after eating shrimp, and later we found out that the couple we met experienced the same. The Taino buffet is shared with the neighboring hotel, which often makes it crowded and noisy. We couldn't get into the Rodeo restaurant because it is fully reserved for VIP guests, which is unpleasant considering the all-inclusive format. Of all the restaurants, the only one I truly liked, both the food and the service, was Bluffed. I also didn't like that the breaks between meals were too long and there were no snacks. Additionally, the requirement to reserve a table for lunch and dinner every time turned out to be quite annoying and not compatible with the atmosphere of a relaxed vacation. So I would give the hotel a minus rather than a plus for the food. And now I will tell you what I liked most in the rooms. Stay with me. F. Our room at Catalonia Royal La Romana was very cozy and clean, and the first impression was really pleasant. The room was spacious, nicely decorated, and very comfortable, with excellent amenities such as a double shower, bathrobes, slippers, an iron, toiletries, and a minibar replenished daily. I liked that access to the room was via a bracelet. It was incredibly convenient, especially when you don't want to carry a keycard. However, over time I noticed that the beds are quite firm and not always comfortable to sleep on. The cleaning service was also inconsistent. Sometimes it was done well, and sometimes it was slow and clearly not thorough enough. Despite these issues, the room still felt pleasant and comfortable overall. The room left a good impression, but some details definitely need improvement. But we all know that food and rooms, although important aspects of a trip, don't influence the quality of the vacation as much as the staff. Now I will tell you what surprised me most about the staff's attitude toward guests. The first impression of the staff was far from good. Check-in was slow, and the registration process itself was exhausting. The employees at the front desk were pleasant enough, although I was surprised that they accept payments in dollars but don't give change. The most friendly and sincere people here are the cleaners and the gardeners. They are always attentive, polite, and work with a smile. But the staff in some restaurants behave quite rudely, and the waiters often look irritated and unfriendly. Another big minus was the excursion sellers, who can be so intrusive that their behavior crosses the line and becomes aggressive. I also disliked that there are no waiters by the pools or on the beach, which is strange for an all-inclusive hotel. Overall, I wasn't satisfied with the staff's attitude, and I believe management should pay attention to this issue. Definitely a minus for the rude and shocking behavior of some employees. And now we move on to the entertainment and activities at Catalonia Royal La Romana. Keep watching, there's plenty more interesting information ahead. The daytime entertainment at Catalonia Royal La Romana wasn't as rich as I would have liked, and sometimes the animation was clearly lacking. However, in the evening something delightful did happen. Shows, dancing, concerts, and live music before dinner that created a wonderful atmosphere. I especially liked the musical performances. They always lifted my mood and made the evening special. At the same time, I still felt that there could have been more daytime entertainment to fill the long hours between the beach and dinner. The animation team worked hard, but unfortunately some of them were quite rude and irritating. The most unpleasant moment was that they took guests' phones and forced them to write positive reviews on Google to show their manager later. Because of this, my impression of the animation team remained negative, despite their efforts to make the stay more enjoyable. Catalonia Royal La Romana in the Dominican Republic left me with mixed impressions, combining strong advantages with noticeable drawbacks. The beach is truly magnificent, clean, beautiful, and without seaweed, making it the main highlight of the stay. The grounds are well maintained and pleasant, and the pools are always in excellent condition. The rooms are comfortable and well equipped. The food was disappointing. Limited variety, low-quality dishes, and unpleasant cases of food poisoning seriously spoiled the experience. The staff also left mixed emotions, with a huge contrast between friendly cleaners and rude waiters and aggressive salesmen. Daytime entertainment is practically absent, and although the evening shows are good, they don't compensate for the overall lack of activities. The behavior of some animators, who force guests to write positive reviews, was especially unpleasant. So unfortunately, I wouldn't repeat this vacation. But the final choice is always yours, and only you can decide whether it's worth traveling to this hotel or not. And while you're thinking, I recommend checking out our other videos about Dominican hotels. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe so you don't miss our new reviews. And with that, I say goodbye. See you soon at a new hotel.